Welcome, I'm Kenneth Andre, Tenjutsu Master and Mystic Messenger. Everything that I share and say and do is for a reason. If there sounds like a contradiction, there isn't. Investigate further. Hope you're all doing well out there. Okay, have I got something to share with you? I've had a good sleep. I think I'm still waking up. However, and I think it's the most sleep I've had for a while. Again, I woke up in my dream and I analysed my dream while awake in it, looking at all the intricate details, going, this is just like the waking day. After doing a bit of investigation, again, undistinguishable from the waking day, I decide, right, I'm dreaming. What do? I go fly. I go try and fly, and there's this rooftop. And as I'm getting closer, it's like I start to slow down and stop in the air, like I shouldn't be doing this. And I'm like, no, and I will it. I was like saying to myself, pack this in. And with that, I carry on to the top of this roof. I've taught myself to fly over many years growing up. Get on this roof, then I'm good to go. And I just start flying everywhere. So I thought I'd share that with you. Dreams are very important. I love symology. It lifts the veils. Doris Cannon said, you must have a symbol to receive a symbol. Father taught me symology, the esoteric interpretation, to read the day as though I would interpret the dreams of the night. Father talks to us in our immediate environment. We live and move and have our being in God and God in us. For Spirit to communicate to us in a method that we can get greater understanding and a wonderful relationship and communication with Father, symology is the best way. Yes, Father works upon our minds, and we can hear these words, and we get these innate knowings and this intuition. We get the synchronicities with the numbers, but the more that we learn to interpret symbols, a presentation, its true meaning, what colours and numbers and environment, with all its context, what is being said, okay? If you pay attention and present, Father is talking to you all the time in your immediate environment. Jesus Christ says, you do not see what is before you. It's the face of God. I look at the world as though it's a screen. And if I see a presentation before me, I'm paying attention to my senses, smells, colours, numbers, the time of the day, the buildings around. There's a lot to pay attention to when a certain situation grabs your attention and Father is saying to you, pay attention. You've got to take in all the little details, have a depth perception, think more multi-dimensional about the symbol you are receiving. Don't just look at the symbol. If a strange animal or object appears to you, pay attention to the surroundings too. Many don't do this. Don't just look at the surface level. The more that you pay attention to all the little details, more will shout out and paint you a picture. That's what I'm trying to get across. The more you do this, you'll train the subconscious to work with you, and you won't look at things through a pinhole. Your visual view will start to expand, and you will be able to process and take in more data. So in your awakening, you will receive symbols to denote to you what's going on with the framework of Christ being formed in you. I'm going to share with you some images of animals, and they are white. When we're asleep, traversing through the space-time continuum, they are blemished. They're part of the spectrum, colour, and a degradation. We've been in a world that is not our home. As Enoch mentioned, he is the white bull restored, and hence he can now plough the field, ready for the expansion of himself in his eternal heavenly home not made of human hands, his own mansion, his own dwelling place, which is a world within itself, your cubic reality, the new heaven and earth that comes down to you. The old world that we used to believe in is going to roll up like a scroll. So at first the scroll is unrolled, you see it, all right, and at the end of the play, the scroll is rolled up and put away. A new scroll is coming. Okay, so first, pay attention. Remember, everything that I share and say is for a reason. Be present. Right, we have the serpent, the white serpent. This is connected to the Creator, all right, to God. And we need to understand the dual nature of this serpent. That's in us, part of our spine, the rod. We must raise up the serpent on the staff, the brass serpent, which is the balancing of the masculine and feminine, the fire and water. 33 vertebra at the spine, goes up to Golgotha, 44. Then we go on. This is connected with, so we've got 33, 44. Then we go to 88. Then we get the other numbers of the 111, 0, 111 or 101, the 1111. This is tied with 20, 23, 9, 222, 333. It's a countdown clock as well as ascension, layers upon layers, giving us this message of a denigration and growing exponentially, like what's the word, entropy. We're seeing one fall away as the other rises. This is what we are bearing witness with ourselves and the present age we are in. It's the evils and darkness falling away as we come into clarity, wakefulness, sentient. And so we raise the serpent, okay, which brings vitality, restoration, healing from the poison we've been affected by the ages, bit by the serpent. But now, turning back to the Creator, our husband, the Lord, the Maker, is going to heal us. Okay. Then we got the lamb, which is a very important symbol. I'm going to quickly get through this. Then we got the rabbit. Right? You should have, if you paid attention, been receiving these symbols. The white bee. Okay? Because we've gone through a lot. Oh, death, where is your sting? But we also get a type of sting, a unpleasant period of atonement. Okay? But also, this is the language with the book that we eat, the Bible, the true Bible, a hidden Bible. It's sweet to the lips, but bitter, right? And through these processes, it stings because you're going to be stripped of everything. Okay, that's keeping it very basic. Then we got the white bull. Then we got the white elephant, to do with intellect, memory. Because we've had severe amnesia, being asleep. Then we get the donkey that Jesus Christ rides on. This is the first earthly man, Adam, this body, okay? It's tied with heaven. Donkey is connected with the Cancer constellation. Then we get the hawk or eagle. Then, let me pause there. In Katy Perry's music video, we get the allegory of the white man, like Filitigo, Ipino, which is connected with the word island. It's where the skin has no color pigment. All right. That's what you get in Katy Perry's music video, E.T. This is now the man of light. In the Secret Gospels of Thomas, we are told there is a man within a man who is of light, and he lights up the whole world. This is to do with the spirit man in us. 3 verses. Did you invest in the spirit man? In this scene, because we are the star beings, descended from our first heavenly estate, and then we are transformed in a host body system, brought back into light, who we really are in eternity between our heaven and earth, superior to it, as the light beings. We are of light, as mentioned by Thoth and in the Bible. I am the light. In the scene, the man, the Son of Christ, I will give additional information on this in a minute, has deer feet. Deer is a very powerful symbol, especially with the antlers. This is connected with the mind. That's all I'm going to share with you for now. It's a good video from Katy Perry, E.T. It's an allegory of us from the heavenly realms. So these are all the symbols that you will receive in completion of your soul. These are all attributes and gifts inherent in you in the temple of God restored. So I got a comment from Danielle, 1977. Thank you. Thank you for all your comments. Thank you, Danielle. I've got to share this. I can relate so much to this message that Danielle shared with us. And I want to give you my insight, okay, to my mind, when I'm reading it, what I am interpreting. I love symbology. I've been doing this a long time. So Danielle asked, what's my opinion on this dream that she had back in 2017. I started off like most, me just being somewhere. Funny enough, we get this scene in Inception with the calf. How did we get here? I looked down at my hands and I became lucid. I've had this experience with my spaceship dream. I might post that video in the community tab after I've done this, okay? As wide awake as I am texting this, everything crystallized into a very vivid and clear situation. Walking up a corridor. That's coming out of the maze, the labyrinth, okay? The corridors of the mind. This is mentioned by Thoth and the allegories in movies, etc. When we're in a dream, everything closes in like you're in a corridor, the corridors of the mind. I'm thinking I was on top of the pyramid, okay? Circling the square, squaring the circle with the pyramid in the middle. It's a sacred geometry describing the heaven and earth with the pyramid in the middle, connected with the mind. Restoration, healing. After being fragmented, you're coming together. The king's chamber in the pyramid. This is referring to the mind, okay? I see to my right a basin to wash hands. Again, this is the atonement, cleansed by the blood of the Lamb, coming into knowledge and wisdom. Okay, sorry, where am I? And a large mirror on the wall. This mirror is very important. Let me share this with you. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all? We've had a Mandela effect with this, where it says magic, magic mirror on the wall. Your immediate environment is your mirror, reflecting your subconscious. It's a feedback loop. But we've been in a world, part of a shared server, that's not ours. But in our immediate environment, God can talk to us as a feedback loop with the symbols, understanding symbology, of what's going on with us in a strange age, in a strange world that's not ours. We need to, again, repent, turn to Father, our husband, the Lord, the maker, the creator, and be part of the ascension process to be bridged and translated over into our mansions. As I was walking up a mild incline, as I'm walking up a mild incline, I start feeling, okay, very strong energy. Okay, this is to do with ascension, like a live wire. Yeah, this is you now expanding, part of the ascension processing, going from the root chakra to the crown chakra. as you go through the spheres, through the pillars, everything is being restored. I was curious about the mirror. Oh, I bet. I tapped it and it was solid. And I was thinking, this is the real one. Okay. The mirror that you're tapping in your dream, seeing the real one, is the future that you're going to reside in. The mirror in our immediate environment and at a distance, the world that we are aware of, is not the real mirror reflecting that which is true of ourselves. This is passing away. When we interact with our physical environment, the terrestrial world, it's a mirror. It feels so solid, only we've been in a world and a cubic reality that's not completely all ours. Because of the psychological makeup through social engineering, we've absorbed the spectrum and we've become foreign, disconnected, disassociated from this world. Hence, a new world is coming. We're at the end of the world, meaning age. This is passing away, where we're moving through the sacred compass in us into our new mirror, heaven and earth, the New Jerusalem. So I asked it a question, and in a calm voice it answered. The answer emboldened me to keep going. Okay, keep going. The energy just become more and more, oh yeah, it does, intense. You're going to be like a nuclear explosion, just want to explode, because I got is a consuming flame, and these energies are going to rise up in you. All your chakras come alive, they start spinning, your electric magnetic fields become alive, the streams, you're connected to the true compass, to the highest spheres. You become this literally nuclear star being, about to explode within. It's a psychological, spiritual explosion of yourself, breaking free from the confines you used to abide in, mentally, psychologically, spiritually. Okay. I realized that the wall to my right was transparent in a way. Okay, this is part of the sea of glass, seeing clearly, seeing through the present reality, the fiery beams on the sea of glass, with a new thought word indeed. Suddenly, this lightning struck right next to me, stretching from my right all the way up front of me. Absolutely. This is connected with Jesus Christ coming from the east to the west, also lightning from one side of heaven to the other. This is part of Revelation. It makes a cross. This is the language we get. I've talked about this in the channel, okay? Because now we are dying to the old. We're going to be resurrected 3 days later in the new. Jesus Christ comes like lightning. It's the new energy connected with the serpent. And what comes next is restoration. Okay. In real life, anything like that would fry you without striking you. This is actually connected with a flash event. This mystical experience that's coming on a greater degree. I thought of the scripture that says, as lightning flashes from one part to the next, so shall the coming of man be. Absolutely, who you really are, the new man we got to put on. Thinking I'm about to meet my maker, you're going to become as one. Now, I might die. Oh yeah, you do. We die to the old self, the first earthly man, Adam, coming into remembrance who we really are. I had to keep going forward. Absolutely. You go from strength to strength. Father kept saying this. You got to be strong, keep going forward. As I got closer to an opening ahead, I saw a man to my right, up ahead, waiting for me. That's the Christ. That's who we really are. I thought I needed to bring something with me. So I thought I'd bring my husband. Now, when you dream of loved ones, there's another level to this. For example, you mentioned your husband. This could be related to the Lord, the Maker, the Creator, God, in your dream. Okay, I've noticed with Neville Goddard and other teachers, when someone dreamed of a spouse, it was related to the Creator. If for example, someone would have a dream that they were male and married, and yet they had a husband, and the wife was interpreted something differently. Well, when you put the symbology together in connection with scripture, it's denoting to you the Father or the Son with you. Sorry if that's confusing. The man ahead, I couldn't see his face as it was of light. That's Christ. I grabbed his hand and we walked, and we took a few steps until we reached the edge. Okay, that's the end of the road. This is tied with the tarot cards, the full, connected with the crater, zero, eternity. You're on the edge now, the end of the road, where there is the sky before you, heaven. All right, zero, the eternity. You're now going to jump with faith. When you jump with faith into the heaven, you're going to land up on earth, the new heaven and earth. Bridged and translated, branched off, the pools coming out of the deep into the new heaven and earth. And there'll be a new road laid before you. Okay, but we find ourselves at the edge, the end of the play role. Okay. I was looking out into blackness, but saw a distant light coming. Absolutely. And it's upon us now. You had this dream in 2016. I had a crown and was prepared to throw it down in humility. I was the same. The man said without words, no, that's yours. You keep that. Absolutely. We're not to worship any angels either. Don't do that. Only worship the Lord. He's in us. It's part of your crown chakra. He's coming down to abide in us and with us. The galaxy's coming towards, expanding. Oh yeah. Yet showing me deeper and deeper in. Unfathomable. It was almost unbearable, and I thought I might get blown out of myself. I've had this experience. Then I heard this voice outside, all through me, and caused me to tremble. I know this experience well, but I chose to stand there. I heard 5 words. Pay attention to this, everyone. I am filling the earth. The end of the dream. This last bit blew me away, because this is what we're going to do in the expansion of ourselves in our new heavenly homes, our eternal heavenly home not made with human hands. This brings me to Genesis. Thank you so much for your comment. Thank you, Danielle, for your wonderful comment. Amazing message. Genesis 1:28. God blessed them and said to them, be fruitful and increase in number. Fill the earth and subdue it. Rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky, and over every living creature that moves upon the land. This is you filling the new world, the mansion that you're going to reside in, where righteousness dwells. You are filling your cubic reality with the things that you would like to see. You must have dominion now. You've had that robbed from you. Restore to me, Father, that which I had with you in the beginning. Man has dominion. You must take dominion of everything that's in you with the Father through the forming of the Son. This is going to erect your eternal heavenly home not made of human hands. You are filling your new heaven and earth with all the desires of the heart. So I'm going to leave it there. Before I go, I just want to share this with you. Aquarius, remember, is connected with the face of man, which is connected with February, which is connected with the vine. I want to leave you with this verse before I go. Hopefully this records. John 15:5. I am the vine, you are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. We are now in this season, in February, connected to the Christ, the vine. Did you invest in your eternal heavenly home? I'm Kenneth Andre, Tenjutsu Master and Mystic Messenger. Love you guys. Have a good day.